project explanation of face mask detection with MLX temperature sensor. So you will have Raspberry Pi 3 board, 2-channel relay in order to control the sanitizer motor, and we have filled with water. You can fill with sanitizer or any liquid, and thereafter just we will stick this using double side tape. So that if any whenever you want to empty it, you can just remove it and empty the contents by removing this cap. And remember that if the double side tape got loosened up, you replace with the new one. And this is a submersible motor, and so that the water or the liquid which you pour, the motor has to completely dip into it in order to dispatch the contents, and see the contents are not fallen on the circuit side. You can also remove from the double side tape and place it to the far, so that the circuit doesn't have any water spilling. And you will have your gate motor, IR sensor, camera, MLX temperature sensor, buzzer, and this is the circuit of your motor L293D driver. So you will be having totally 3 connections has to be made. So before making the connections, you follow the hotspot connection and screen sharing video. First create the hotspot and download the softwares in the screen sharing and keep it ready. Thereafter you have to connect your USB camera to the any of the USB slot here, and after connecting the USB camera, there will be a white cable which is connected to the relay. You have to connect this white cable to your mobile phone charger. Take 2 mobile phone chargers, one for the Raspberry Pi and the other one for this thing. Else if you have like this 2-port chargers, you can use this one. And you have to plug in this into your mobile phone adapter, and thereafter you take 1 micro USB cable for your Raspberry Pi. Connect it to the mobile phone adapters only, don't connect it to the laptop. The current won't be sufficient, the application keeps on hanging. So connect to only mobile phone adapters of your original mobile phone adapters. Don't use the duplicate one, the Raspberry Pi will get damaged. And you will have another connector of L293D, connect it to the socket. So now your connections are done, 1 2 3, these 3 connections. After these 3 connections and doing the setup, you power up the Raspberry Pi. So as you power up the Raspberry Pi, it will try to connect to your mobile phone hotspot, and after connecting to the mobile phone hotspot, enter into the VNC viewer and type the IP address to get this screen. So let it connect, not yet connected. Okay, it is connected and given me the ID, and the password is 123456. Enter. The application opens. So in the application you will have a desktop icon here. The desktop icon will be face mask detection. Okay, so whenever the application starts, the camera will be opened and the system will look for any person near the IR sensor. So if we place the any hand or object near the IR sensor, then the camera will see whether the person has wearing the mask or not, and it will store its data. And thereafter it asks the user to place the hand near the temperature sensor. Don't place very much near to the temperature sensor, just keep it a little bit this much far or this much far in order to get the body temperature, like this or like this, but don't touch the sensor because it is very sensitive and very costly. After doing the temperature check, if it is less than the threshold value as in the code, then it will dispatch the motor sanitizer for 1 second, and then it will operate the gate, open and close, and it will again check for the IR sensor for new user. So this is the operation it will be happening. Now I am double clicking the face mask application. So it will take some time, it will load, and your camera is somewhat a issue of certain times it's just not able to detect it. Now you have to be in front of the camera, as my lighting is very dull in my area, so the prediction part will be very much not that much accurate. But now it's detecting. Now I am not wearing any face mask and it is saying no mask is there, and thereafter I am keeping the IR sensor. So I have kept the IR value here in the program will change. I will show you the program also. So it will give you the buzzer alert and say that no entry, because there is no mask, status is no. Okay. I will just adjust this thing. Now I will wear the mask, just pausing it. Okay, now I have kept the mask. Now I am keeping the hand at the IR sensor. So when I keep the IR sensor, the value changes to 0 and checks for the place finger, the fingerprint. Now immediately, okay, it was very fast. The motor is operating. We'll check again. There is issue with your camera is getting suddenly stopped due to any movement or fluctuations, don't know why. So then whenever the issue is with camera, the program gets hangs up. You have to restart it. See, the issue is with camera. So whenever you get in this way, you have to remove your camera and reconnect it. After reconnecting, then turn on your application. It's not a problem with the program, it's a problem with your camera only. So now it is detecting. I'm going to place the hand. So if you place the IR detected, place finger near the temperature sensor, it will take the temperature. After that, as I'm wearing the mask also, okay, so it has detected masks, no mask as I was moving. Place finger near the temperature sensor. Okay. So in this way, sanitizer is dispensed. After that, the gate opens. And closes. So this is the operation of your project.